Hi everyone, this is Sunny and today I had come up with one more new session on SQL queries and interview questions. In today's session, I will explain how to find employee with max salary for each department. So let's understand this practically in SQL Server. For that, let's open SQL Server first. So here we have a table name as employee. Let's try to fetch the data from this table using select statement. And how to execute the query? Select the query and click on execute. You can see we have the below output from this table in which we have columns like employee ID, first name, last name, salary, age, email ID, manager ID, DOB which is a date of birth and department. So now let's understand the requirement from this table. What we need is max salary, which is this column, for each department, which is this column. Here we have two departments, IT and HR. So it should give us 5,000, which is the max salary for IT department, and 4,000, which is the max salary for HR department. So this is what we need. But this data we need with other details as well. It should give us first name, last name, employee ID, and the max salary for each department as well. So let's start writing the query. So first, let's get the max salary for each department. Select max. So max is the function that we use to get the max salary. We use max function for salary column. We have to give the salary here. Salary from table name. What's table name? It is employee. Then we'll use the group by clause, group by department. What group by does, it groups the rows that have the same value. We don't need everything here. The values should not be repeated. So that's why we use group by for department, because we need the max salary for IT and HR. So it should only come once. So that's why we use the group by here. Now if we execute this, let's see what we get. We get 4,000 and 5,000, but here we don't know 4,000 is for which department. So let's add one more column here, which is department. Now execute this one more time. For HR, we get 4,000. For IT now, we get 5,000. So this is the output, but this is not the actual output that is required. We need this output, which is correct, but we need this output with some other details as well. We need first name, employee ID, last name. So there should be some other details as well with this output that we get from this query. So to get this, to achieve that, let's add some more columns here and see it will work or not. Let's add employee ID and first name. Or we can do one thing. We can copy this query here. Let's copy this and paste it here and remove here the employee ID and the first name. So we have added employee ID and first name. Now let's again execute this query. We get error. Why? Because if you are using the group by clause, you have to add all the columns that you are fetching from the table. So here we are fetching three columns: department, employee ID and first name. But in group by you have used department only. So you have to add these two columns as well. Then only this query will work, because for group by it's mandatory to use all the columns that you are fetching from the table. So let's add those columns as well. It is employee ID and first name. Now let's execute this one more time. The query works now, but is this the actual output that is required? No. It is giving us HR, HR, IT, IT and IT. It is giving us all the rows, but we need the max salary. Why it didn't work here? We use the group by for department only. So that's why it has given us the actual output which was required. But then we added some more columns here and it has done the group by as per these three columns. So that's why it didn't work and didn't give us the actual output which is required. So now how to achieve this? How can we add the first name employee ID with this output? To achieve this, what we will do the join. We will do join between these two tables. What are those? The first table we have, which is employee, and the second table is this one. Okay, so we will do the join between these two tables. Now let's see how it will work. Let's go to here, this picture, see, this is employee table and this is the table that we get from this output. So now we will do join on basis of department and salary. So we have department and salary present in both the tables. Here also we have department. Here this is department. Let's make it some, okay. So here we have salary and department. Same, we have here the salary and department. Now we will do the join, which will get us the matching data between these two tables. Now we will do the join on basis of the relevant column, which are department and salary. So it will match the 4000 which is here, and then it will match the 5000 which is here. So it will give us these two rows, and with also it give us the first name, last name and the employee ID. So when we do the join on basis of these two columns, department and salary, with this data it will also give us the employee ID, first name, last name. Like we can fetch either everything from this table, or it depends on the requirement, like what columns you need. So let's see how it works. First we will make this a table as, let's make it a table as A. So we are using the alias name here as A. So either you can use the employee or you can use the A. To make the table shorter, or you can see this A will work same like employee. In case you are not aware of aliases, you can go through my previous sessions on same. And for this table also, we will use the alias name as, let's make it as B. So we have two tables, A and B. Now we will do the join. So let's make it a join. So we are joining these two tables, and then on A dot department is equal to B dot department, and A dot salary is equal to B dot salary. So that's it. Now you may have understood. See, first we have created these two tables. So this is table employee. We had given the alias name as A, so that we can use A instead of employee. And for this output that we get here, see, if you run this output, you get this. So we had given the name as this output as B, so that we can use B instead of this output. Now we have two tables, and then we use the join, and the relevant columns were department and salary that I showed you, department and salary. So we did join on basis of department and salary. A dot department is equal to B dot department, and A dot salary is equal to B dot salary. So let's execute this. No column name was specified for column salary. Why we get this? Okay, see, we are using here the b dot salary, and b is this table, but here there is no salary. We are fetching the max salary, but we have not given any column header, because if you will see here, let's execute this. I will show you. We are getting no column header here for the salary. It is no column name. And to make it work, we will give it a name as we can use the alias as salary. Now if you execute this here, you will get the column header as salary. Now we can use here the same salary here, b dot salary. So let's execute this one more time. You can see now we get the max salary for IT department, which is 5,000, and max salary for HR department with 4,000. And we also get the details like employee ID, first name, last name. Here we have used star, so it has given us everything from the table. If you need some specific columns, you can use those as well. Like if you need only employee ID, comma, first name. Let's execute this now. We get employee ID and first name only. But if you need everything, you have to use star. So by this way, we achieved our requirement. So that was it for today's session. I hope you have understood like how to find employee with max salary for each department. We'll come up with the next session shortly. Till then, have a nice day. Bye bye. Take care. Be healthy, be safe, and love your family.